Welcome back to Breakfast Television, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The saga continues. Part 1 comes out Friday in theaters. We've got one of the stars, Tom Felton, the villainous Draco Malfoy. And Tom, I know you can't give away too many details about your character or the plot of the next one, but what direction is Draco going in this one?
We really joined Draco in a horrible position. His house has been taken over by Voldemort. And needless to say, he's a rather terrible house guest. Draco is exceptionally scared of what might happen, and he's also actually stepping out of his father's shadow for once. He's actually thinking for himself, which is nice to see in this film.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because I thought Draco was one of the best parts of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. The last time we saw the crew on the big screen, particularly with that battle scene at the end between Draco and Harry, I thought it was very emotional, and I love that you sort of became. You know, you went from becoming a bully to a full-blown villain. So did you feel like the weight took on more, the role took on more weight with the last movie?
Very much so, definitely. We really see him turn into this sort of, you know, like you said, meaningless bully, and he's trying to step into the hood of villainy. But unfortunately, he fails at this task and does a rather miserable job. We really see in the last film, actually, that Draco is actually quite a vulnerable child, and although he gives it large, he's not really made up for the world of villainy, I don't think. So this film really continues on from that journey, which is fantastic. I reveled in every minute of playing that.
Oh, I enjoyed watching you on the big screen on that one. We showed fans in Leicester Square last week lining up for their premiere. I mean, what is it like to be part of this global phenomenon so many years on?
It's truly amazing, and every year we say, oh, surely then they're not going to come out in their hundreds anymore, or the excitement has died down, and some of those guys had been out there for, like you said, 3 or 4 days camping, and needless to say, English weather isn't very kind to them in November. It's incredible. Every year we get touched and humbled by it so much, the fact that there is so much passion and desire to watch these films. It's really what's been keeping us going for the last 10 years, and I love those opportunities to say, you know, a huge thank you to everyone out there who's been passionate about these films, because they're the ones, without them, then we wouldn't be here today making them. So we're very grateful for those fans.
Tom, you've grown up with the cast and crew. I mean, we've got a picture from the first one. You guys are just youngins. The first one came out in 2001. Is it a bit...
Oh, don't show it, please.
Is it a little bit bittersweet knowing that the final installment will be hitting theaters next summer?
Yeah, very much so. It's a real mixture of emotions, and to be honest with you, it hasn't really sunk in yet, this idea that it's ended. But I'm sure when it does, it's going to be a very, very sad moment. Equally, we're very proud of the last 10, 11 years' work that we've managed to achieve, not just the cast, but all 500 of the crew that were there daily. And also an air of excitement. We don't know what's going to happen now after this. The last 10 years of our life have kind of been mapped out for us, and now the next 10 aren't, so we're quite excited for that as well.
But fans of you will catch you on Rise of the Apes, that was actually shot in Vancouver, coming out next year as well. What was your experience like in our fair city?
Well, I can't tell you how worried I was, because literally it was 4 days after finishing Deathly Hallows. They said, you're going to Vancouver to shoot this other film, and I was so nervous because I hadn't been on another film set, you know, for years, really, and certainly one on this scale. There were some fantastic actors working in it, James Franco, Andy Serkis. I was very, very nervous about working with these guys, and it was just the most amazing 4 weeks, you know, one of my greatest filming experiences ever. The director, Rupert Wyatt, was such a lovely guy, and Vancouver, what a city. I feel like it's my second home within days of being there, and with Whistler, the drive to Whistler was truly the most spectacular drive of my life, so I shall never forget it.
Excellent. Good to hear, Tom, and we look forward to seeing Draco back on the big screen on Friday. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Thor. I appreciate that.
All right. Good stuff there, Tom Felton. Can't wait for that movie. I'm going to go see it tonight.